The romance of the cup. It's pipe and slippers time, isn't it? Pipe, slippers, and flat caps. That's what makes you think about the Scottish Cup. It goes back that long that flat caps were well worn by every man that went to the Scottish Cup. Every man would wear a suit when they went to the games back in the day. Back in the day when men dressed well. And now men just dress. Anyway, it's the Scottish Cup this weekend. Welcome back to the One Celtic Fans View. We play Buckie Thistle. Buckie Thistle will be over exuberant with excitement. The fact that they're coming down to Celtic Park this weekend. The town will be empty. Just hope the police are still there. And it's going to be a good game. Celtic need to go out and show that they are the Scottish champions and they are the Scottish Cup holders for a reason. And they need to put on a really cracking performance. But Celtic's not had it all their own way in previous Scottish Cup years. Yes, recently in modern history, Celtic have been quite dominant in the Scottish Cup, bringing home trebles to Celtic Park over the last few years. Over the last sort of 8 or 9 years, we've been quite successful in the Scottish Cup, but it's not always been that case. Take a deep breath, sit back, and reminisce to 2006. Reminisce to 2006, Celtic fans, where there was a time that during that transfer window, Celtic would bring in big stars. They were bringing big stars to finish out the final 6 months of their career at Celtic and say, I play for Celtic. I've got the badge. And then one of those players was Roy Keane. Yes, the Manchester United legend. The Manchester United legend that done it all, won it all with Manchester United. He was at Manchester United at a time it was the English Premier League was called the Sir Alex Ferguson League because he owned the league so much. He came to Celtic thinking that he was going to be a stroll in the park. And then up comes Clyde and went, hold my pint, Roy. Hold my pint. It was a lunchtime kickoff in a chilly Cumbernauld that day. It was the most bizarre Scottish Cup ever. What exactly happened in January 2006? Celtic made the short trip along to Cumbernauld. Yes, what's it called? Cumbernauld. To Broadwood Stadium. Is that still on the go, Broadwood Stadium? Is it still in existence? I don't know. Anyway, fourth round, Clyde, Scottish Cup, 2006. Roy Keane. The stage is set. The Manchester United legend just arrived just a month previous and strode into the field like he was making his debut for the club he had supported as a child. Never really worked, did it? It didn't really work, did it? It's his dreams were turned into a complete nightmare as the First Division hosts had a giant killing on their... Jesus, we're talking about this. It was 2006. It's 2024. Jesus. Anyway, Celtic didn't always get it their own way. There has been some giant killings along the time. And that was probably one of the most bizarre ones. The fact that we had a team full of really good players like Nakamura, like Roy Keane. There was a player that came on. They had Arthur Boric in goals that day. Steve McManus, Neil Lennon. What a team. What a team. Wonder what happened to all them. We move on. Anyway. That was back in the day. Well, Celtic will need to play them really well this weekend. Buckie Thistle do come to town. And Celtic are going to need to show the 5,000 travelling fans that we are Celtic. They need to do a bit of a Spartan and make sure that there is none of this giant killing this weekend. It's one of those things. It's the romance of the cup is never dead. It's going to be a fantastic weekend for the Buckie Thistle fans. A whole lot of them coming down to Celtic Park. And Celtic fans need to show them what it's like playing at a big stadium. The fans need to turn up in force and sing and make a noise and sing. But you know what it's like. It's Scottish Cup. It's early rounds. Previously, in years gone by, this cup game at this time of the season has always been one of lower attendance. The past couple of years, the attendance has been up. So let's just hope they get a good turnout because they do get a lot of the money that in the Scottish Cup. They do get a lot of the money. It was good that Celtic have given them 5,000 tickets. Be an interesting one because Celtic have got a new player that's came in. Will he get playing this weekend? Celtic and Brendan Rodgers will not have a few players that are in the Asian Cup. Will that make a massive difference to Celtic, the way that we play? Celtic have been kind of under the radar when it comes to things over the past couple of weeks. It was surprising. Well, it has been a bit surprised and not really spoke about by Celtic. Brendan Rodgers did say that he wanted the players to have more time with their family at this time of year rather than take them away to a warm weather training camp. We did see that a few of the lads did go on holiday together, and other ones just went and did their own thing, and the ones that aren't on social media just enjoyed themselves. But when it comes down to it, Celtic need to put on a good performance, and they need to show that they're the Scottish champion for a reason. They need to show that they are the holders of the Scottish Cup for a reason. They need to put on a good performance just for the fans, because I think before the break, things weren't looking too great. The performances were starting to pick up after we lost the 2 games back in December. Yes, we speak about the 2 games that we lost back in December, but it is this time of year that Celtic generally always get their finger out and go on a good run. Historically, we've done it for years now. It is the time of year, well, apart from 2020, we'll not talk about that COVID season. Anyway, but historically, Celtic generally go on a run at this time of year. They know that the finish line is in sight. They know what's needed to get to that finishing line and win the league and win the Scottish Cup. They'll be fully focused this weekend, and I hope the players put on a good show for the fans. Anyway, let's not talk about Clyde. Let's not talk about Rafe Rovers back in the day. It is Bucky Thistle. Let's give Bucky Thistle all the respect that they are due for this weekend. When will the tie, if Celtic manage to get through in the next round? Of course they will. Doing it all for dramatics today. It's Friday. What the hell? Football's back this weekend. Absolutely buzzing to be going up to a pub and watch it this weekend. Anyway, when is the draw? The draw for the 5th round of the Scottish Cup will take place on Sunday, January the 21st, and it will be conducted at 8:15 p.m. after the conclusion of the Celtic game against Bucky Thistle. And let's hope it's not Bucky Thistle that's in it. Surely not. History cannot repeat itself. We are at Celtic Park. We are not away from home. It probably will be cold. But let's get to transfer speculation and transfer activity. Obviously, we have brought one player in. So far in the transfer window, there's been a few players left. But Celtic need to watch over the next week or so, because La Liga side Girona want to snap up Matt O'Reilly. They want to snap up Matt O'Reilly before the end of the transfer window. Yes, news coming out from the Liga side Girona, who are doing fantastically well in the league this year, which has been a surprise to all. O'Reilly has impressed his time at Celtic. He's been a fantastic player. Look, if your players aren't getting named, checked with other teams that they're wanting them, we would be doing something wrong. And certainly the board would say that we're doing something wrong if that wasn't happening. Will we sell Matt O'Reilly? Definitely not. Matt O'Reilly has drawn interest from La Liga, from Girona, to boost their title bid. Yes, boost their title bid. They're up there at the top of the table, and it's absolutely bizarre. But back to Celtic. Celtic need to keep a hold of as many of the good players as we can going into next season, and because we want to make sure that we win the league this season and get automatic entry into that Champions League place. To lose O'Reilly at this time of the season would be an absolute... It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's just all paper talk. A team can come out and say, yes, we're interested in this player all they want. At the end of the day, Celtic do not have to sell the player. Another Celtic news that's kicking about this morning. Everyone's going with the Matt O'Reilly Girona story. Will that happen? Will he see his future in Spain? What if Matt O'Reilly was to go, do you know what? I've played in England. Girona are up there at the top of the league. I wonder what would happen. Anyway, I don't think it will happen. Another Celtic news, Celtic-related news. Jota has decided that he wants out of his dream move. Who never seen that come? Just into the days. The old lad Henderson's also jumped ship and went to Ajax. And he's went to Ajax for only $5 million a year. That's an interesting move anyway. That's enough about other teams. It's all about Celtic. Give me your score prediction for Celtic Bucky Thistle this weekend. And I've been told that there's a bottle of Buckfast going to appear in the pub this weekend, just for the banter. So yes, I'm sure we'll try and get a bottle. We'll try and get a little swallow of the Bucky, and hopefully it's a good game. And on that note, have a fantastic day, Celtic fans. Give me your score predictions in the comment section. Tell me what you think the team will be. It's anyone's guess at this time, because just depends who Brendan Rodgers sees fit to play this game, really. Anyway, on that note, Mr. Bego.